Hey guys, what's going on? So we are here today to kind of look at my Alfa Romeo 4C. Okay, so we are here today in my garage, and the, what do you call this again? You can call this the United Nations. No, actually these are flags. I collect flags of all the countries that I visited. So, most of them are in this garage and also in my other garage. But hey, we are here to talk about the Alfa Romeo 4C, and I am just so happy with this car, man. It's so awesome. And I told you guys before, I wasn't so, keen on the Audi R8. Well, the Audi R8's great. You know, it's a perfect car, But it's not that I'm looking for something that is, something that is lame or something that has something wrong with it. You know, I'm just looking for a car that has that emotion that gives the driver. I finally learned when people say, hey, that car has soul. And this car has a soul, man. Alright, let's do a quick walk around the Alfa Romeo. Enough of me. So we got this car in Alfa Rosso Alpha color. And this is the, don't forget guys, I got this car from Continental Ferrari out there in Hinsdale, Illinois. And I want to give a shout out to Kat. She was a person that sold me the car. So guys, if you're looking for a Ferrari, a Maserati, all that good stuff, call Kat. Tell them that Joe sent you. Let's get to around the car. So this is the rear. It's just so beautiful. The car is so beautiful, and don't forget all the intakes and all the vents. They are all, they all work. They are not just there for show. You've seen some cars with like holes in there, but there's like, there's grills, but it's like all covered up. So as you can see from the bottom, right, those are all there for cooling. And it does have a dual exhaust. Since this car is the launch edition model, it has basically all the things that Alfa Romeo put out. So it has all the options. Part of the option, guys, is this carbon fiber spoiler. 18 in the front, 19s in the back. The red calipers on there. On these like dark gray rims, we're going around again. And you have your first intake right here. And then the second intake right here. This is the Alfa Romeo flag tricolore, they call it, that I added on there. Let's go around the car again. Already got the windows tinted, carbon fiber covered caps on the side mirror. And right here we have the this is what's called the quadrifoglio. And the story goes, Ugo Savocci, he was a Formula 1 driver for Alfa Romeo along with, guess who, Enzo Ferrari. Anyways, Ugo hasn't been winning, so what he did was he went ahead and painted a square with the quadrifoglio in the middle. And next thing you know, he won the race. Sadly, he ended up passing away from during testing after that. So that's why now it's just a triangle, because the other half is, in memoriam for Ugo. So here we go in the front. It's got the brake red calipers on there with the Alfa Romeo insignia on there, writing. And here you might see, hey, you got yourself a bonnet here. But it's a bonnet, but you cannot open it. So, yeah, Italian, right? It's soul right there, soul. Let's look at the launch edition in Europe. It has that spider looking light things on there. I wasn't a big fan of that. I like this one better. It's got like, you know, a carbon fiber around it with the 4C insignia on there. And then of course there's your Alfa Romeo grille. Legendary, legendary. Again, this car only has one wiper. And another thing that is specific to launch edition models is that like you have the side air intake right here. Air flows, so the air would flow from there, so that it would not it would deflect the air out that way. What it does is it let air in here and along through the wells right here, and you get scooped up right into here. Let's turn on some more lights here, and in there is the cold air intake. I don't know if you guys can see it. There it is. And the whole body is made of SMT. It's not like metal. It's not aluminum. I mean, it's not like aluminum. More of like a fiber glass type material. Okay, let's go inside. Okay, so you can see the entire car. This is a monocoque chassis. This entire thing is made of carbon fiber. Only cars that you'd see that would be like the McLaren P1, and you'd see that like in the Ferrari LaFerrari. Not even on other Ferraris, like, you know, they have it on the LaFerrari has that carbon fiber tub. As you can see from the interior, this is, you see the entire carbon fiber weave on there, and the exposed carbon fiber is amazing looking. Your kick panel down there for the passenger, it does have a marking. It says 4C on it. The seats are really cool. You know, I thought it was like really thin padding, because in the back it's solid in the back. But what it does give you is that the launch edition has the leather, and then you have the Alfa Romeo stitching up there, really beautiful. And then this right here is like Alcantara. All right, and then the leather is really cool. Look at this little accent right here, the accent stitching, awesome stuff. And within here, this is carbon fiber, and it does say launch edition on there. And another way you know is that you have every launch edition has a plaque, and you will find it right there in the center console. It says right there, the launch edition. This car is number 167 of 500 with a tricolore underneath it. Really nice. Nice touch. I was trying to look for 88, but no one's selling 88. Like I told you guys, this car is made for speed. And one way they can do that on a 4-cylinder back there, 1.7 liter 4-cylinder engine back there, that is turbocharged. To be able to push that, they need to make this thing light. And again, that's why this is the carbon fiber monocoque. And the monocoque itself, by itself, I think it's like 200 pounds. Well, that's pretty light, right? That's the chassis of the car. That's the tub. Okay, on the driver's side, you can see the exposed carbon fiber again. Let's look at the back, because you guys can see the back. Look at that exposed carbon fiber. It's amazing. Amazing how they did that. You know, and watching the videos, this was just glued on there. This entire rear this divide here that divides it from the engine, and then there's the rear of the seat. It's really thin, right? You would think that it doesn't give you any kind of support, but it does. Okay, so how is it to get in this car? Well, look how wide that thing is. I mean, it's like the Great Wall of China. Alright, so the way to do it, I'm pretty small, so I'm able to kind of just scoot my butt in first, and then we're good. So now that we're inside, here's the key. It has the, I bought the case to protect the key. And that's just a flip-up key. There's no push button here. You just put it in there. And again, this is going to be the loudest warning in any car, check this out, ready? This is gonna be the warning right here. Warning, what I mean is the beeping telling you that, you know, you're in the car and you should put a seatbelt on. Okay, all right, so now that that's done, let's go through the inside of the car. Again, the steering wheel is a two-spoke flat bottom steering wheel that has red accented stitches on there with leather on the side bolstering right here and Alcantara right here on the top. Now looking at the gauge cluster, it has a TFT gauge cluster in the middle. That's pretty easy, self-explanatory. The revs counter tells you right there on the top, and that's the temperature of the engine. And right now we are on natural mode. See the DNA? D means dynamic, that's kind of your sport. N is natural, and A is all weather. And they all change from down here. There's a control called DNA. Yes, man. There we go. So DNA. So if I push up to D, I'm going to push this up to D. I'm going to push up to D. And that's going to change the dynamic. See dynamics on, changes color. Now it's like reddish orange. And now instead of like the time and date, it gives you your turbo boost on the left side and the temperature of the oil on this side. And so to put it back again to natural mode, you pull this down. It even matches the colors here. So if I go down to natural again, that's like a white color. And back to natural there, it's white. So now if it's raining or snowing, you want to go to all weather. You pull down here, and it changes to blue. And on the screen, it is blue, all weather is on. Same thing that it gives you the information, the day of the week, and the date and the month. But there's a special secret one when you want to go on, if you want to do your launch control. You have to be on the super secret, well, not really super secret because everybody knows it. You're going to have to go to the Alfa Romeo race mode. The way to do that is you're going to push this all the way up there and count like, I don't know, 10 seconds or so. Okay, so it looks like I'll probably have to turn the car on. Okay, now the car is on. Car's on. It's on dynamic mode right now. I'm gonna push up. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 seconds. Alfa Romeo race is on. This is where you have the traction control is all off. Basically, the car says, hey buddy, you're on your own now. And you get a G meter instead. There it is. So what this car has is this. It has launch control. So we have to go on our sport mode, which is on now. You guys ready? All you do is foot on the brakes, mash the gas, and release. That's pretty cool, man. Alright, so this is the infotainment right here. And a lot of people are kind of, you know, say, hey, this sucks, the Parrot sucks. It's not too bad for me. I like it. Not too bad. It has your contacts, USB, SD card, and Bluetooth. You got Spotify, TuneIn, you have maps, weather, and Asteroid Messenger. I never use it. Asteroid Mail, never use it. Trip Recorder, haven't used it. What Waze I use. There's no latch here, you know, latch here to open the rear hatch. Right in this panel right here. So when you open that, you go back here. Again, they're trying to save on weight. So you're not gonna see any gas struts on there. So the way to do it is this. Grab this bad boy, put it there. There, which is kind of cool. So there is the motor, and you do have a small little luggage space right here, and they do give you some tools. The car gives you tools, and then there's a air tire inflator. Comes off pretty easy. It just kind of pops up like that, and off it goes. Okay, this is your engine right here. This is your 1.7 liter 4-cylinder turbocharged engine, which delivers 240 horsepower, man. At 250 pounds-foot of torque, that's pretty darn good. That's equivalent to my V10 R8. I bought a cold air induction system. You see that whole red tubing right there? Sitting really low. There's the turbo lag. There's the air filter right there, and it's got some sort of a mesh covering that wraps around it for water. And then it's crazy, right? I told you everything's functional here. So there's these tubes right here too that collects air, and then there's another tube that goes down here, right? That sends air to your brakes. Okay. So now, after I took that out, what came out of it? Well, this came out of it. This is the stock. This is your stock air filter unit in the 4C. That is it for my Alfa Romeo 4C. I'm really happy with the car. It's really awesome, and it has that soul that I'm looking for. Like I said, you know, this one's gonna stay in my garage. It's gonna stay in my garage, and I haven't had a red Italian car. This is the first one. Maybe the horse is gonna be next. You know, I am eyeing a Ferrari FF, so because that one I can take my whole family in. This is the 4C. Thanks again, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate all the things that you guys do. You guys are awesome, man. Till our next video, this is Joker 88. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
We'll get